What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be making a souffle pancake. Yippee! This recipe is a highly requested one. This dish is absolutely amazing. There are a lot of technicalities with this dish, and I will show you the way. Oh my god, look at that flip! Woo! Oh my god, looks so good. Okay, let's go and get started. So let's get started. I've already separated my eggs, so we got yolks and we have the whites. The whites are actually going to go into the freezer. The freezer helps the egg whites to stay cold, which means that we have stiffer peaks, so better souffle. Okay, so we have our egg yolks here. We're going to add all our wet ingredients first. Vanilla extract in, and then we're going to add our milk. This is lactose-free milk, but if you want to use real milk, you can. We're going to give this a whisk. The goal is to make it nice and frothy. Frothy. So now we're going to add our dry ingredients. This is the baking powder. Add it to the flour, and now we have to sift. So get a sifter, and then you get your flour and your baking powder in one, and you start sifting. Now you mix it slowly, very, very slowly and gently. The reason why you mix it slowly and gently is because flour has proteins. It builds a gluten network. If you mix it way too much, the gluten is going to become way too strong, and that means for a tough pancake. We want to keep it nice and loose and soft to get a nice fluffy pancake. So we're going to set the pan onto the lowest setting that you have. You need a nice wide pan with a lid. This won't work without a lid. Now we're going to deal with our egg whites, nice and cold, and we're just going to go because the speed is of the essence. We're going to go on the egg whites. We're going to wait until it gets frothy. When it gets frothy, we're going to start adding our sugar in 3 to 4 different phases. We're going to go fast, and the sugar actually helps the egg whites stabilize and stay stiff, and then it becomes a meringue. See how it's starting to get frothy? We're going to add our first little bit of sugar in there. Give that a little mix. The reason why you add the sugar in batches is so it gets evenly distributed. See how it's getting nice and white and frothy? We're going to add our last little bit of sugar in here. We're going to keep mixing until we get stiff peaks. I'll show you what stiff peaks looks like. So you see how those ribbons now? So these ribbons tell me that it's starting to get to soft peaks. Soft peaks are when the points of the cream fold down like this, and we want stiff peaks. So these are stiff peaks. See how they just shoot out and they don't fold anymore? So now this is completely stiff, which means I can hold it above my head with no fear. Have no fear! Egg whites are here! Now that the egg whites are finished, it's very crucial that we work fast right now. I have my pan on low heat, getting armed already. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add about 1/4 to 1/3 of the mix into our egg yolk mix, and we're gonna fold with a whisk. And what I mean by fold, it's an action of drawing a J and then drawing a J. So we want to incorporate everything slowly. Okay, we're going to add a little bit more, and then we're going to mix this in with the folds. Same action, the folding. So it's going to start to get really marbly. And the technique is when you fold and you go over like this, you want to let the ingredient fall out. Don't keep mixing and stirring. Now we're going to add the rest of the egg whites in here, very carefully. We take our egg whites like this, very carefully, and add them in. So now we're going to fold very gently. So when you fold, don't tap the bowl onto the counter and don't tap the whisk into the bowl. Every time you tap, you're tapping little tiny air bubbles out, which is going to flatten your batter. So now that we have the mix ready, it's in the fridge, chilling out. Our pan has been preheating on the lowest heat. We're going to give it just a touch of oil, and we're going to use a paper towel. We're going to rub this in really good. We want this nice thin layer of oil, just like making pancakes. And now we are ready to go. I'm going to get my mix right here, and I'm going to take a nice fluffy spoonful, and I'm going to go right here. You want to let it drop off of the spoon, and you don't want to add too much either in the first go. And we're going to do it again. We're going to add another spoonful right here, whoop, and you want to let it fall off the spoon. We're going to do 2 scoops each right now. I'm going to do 1 more here. Remember, it's all about the height, not so much the amount. And we're going to do another scoopy right here. Just let it fall off the spoon. Don't press down, otherwise you're going to push out all the air that we pumped into there. We are going to add a little bit of water, maybe about a teaspoon or so, and then we're going to cover this with a lid. And we're going to set a 2-minute timer. Hey Google, Set a timer for 2 minutes. Okay, so after 2 minutes, we're gonna add one more scoop. And you can see that they're already starting to get nice and poofy from the heat. And we're gonna add one more light little scoop on top. This will give it its snowman effect and give it its signature souffle look. Just a little bit more on top, just like that. We're gonna add another hit of water. The steam actually helps it to keep moist and also cooks it to make it nice and fluffy. Now, we're gonna set a 4-minute timer. Hey Google, set a timer for 4 minutes, please.
4 minutes, starting now.
Timer's up. Now, before I open the lid, this is the act of the flip. So I'm gonna go under the pancake and I'm gonna lift the spatula like this. This is how I'm gonna flip. You don't wanna flip the pancake like this. Flip it like this. And we're gonna go from underneath it, grab it, carefully scrape from underneath. Gonna gently get the pancake and we're gonna lift and then flip. Gently grab it, release, we're gonna flip. And now at this point, you want to add more water, of course, because you have to keep it steaming. A little bit of water, keep it fluffy, and cover. And now we set a timer for 5 minutes. Okay, so our pancakes are just about almost finished, and I got my garnishes all ready. So I have maple syrup, icing sugar, a matcha whipped cream, which I will give you the recipe soon, and also fresh fruit. I have raspberries today. No. It's ready! Woo, it's ready! Hey, look at these babies! Let's get these guys out of the pan. Oh my god, so fluffy. So when we plate, I'm gonna plate 1, 2, and when you plate these, you wanna try and show off the magic of the fluff. And for the magic of YouTube television, I have more! 3 pancakes! Now we're gonna garnish, so let's start with the fruit. But when you garnish stuff, you wanna put the fruit in the pockets to make the plate look fuller. And we're gonna garnish with a little bit of matcha cream. Matcha cream! A little bit of maple syrup. And of course, we're gonna dust it with icing sugar. Boom! And look at that! Souffle pancake. Give this recipe a try. Let me know if it works. Please DM me or message me if something goes wrong. I will help you through it. Try this recipe out. Let me know how you feel about it. And thanks again for watching.